Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, a name that does not simply belong to history. It reshaped history, a name whispered with pride by millions, a name that rose from the ashes of collapse, stood against impossible odds, and carved a future with his own hands. This is not just the story of a leader. This is the story of a revolution, carried by one man's courage. A courage so fierce that it sparked the rebirth of a nation. The world remembers many heroes, but very few transform the destiny of their people. Atatürk did not just lead an army, he awakened a nation. He did not just fight a war, he rebuilt a civilization. He did not just dream, he turned dreams into the blueprint of a modern state. His life is a testament to one powerful truth. When one person decides to rise, millions rise with them. Mustafa Kemal was not born into luxury, power, or privilege. He walked to the streets of Salonika like any ordinary boy, but inside him burned a fire that whispered, "You are meant for more." While others saw an empire weakening day by day, he saw a calling. When others accepted decline as fate, he refused fate itself. His strength came not from authority, but from clarity. Clarity in vision, clarity in purpose, and clarity in action. He learned early that true power is not in titles, but in discipline. While friends slept, he studied. While others followed, he questioned. While the world doubted, he prepared. Step by step, moment by moment, he shaped himself into a force capable of shifting the tides of history. His brilliance was not accidental. It was intentional. Then came the moment that would define him. The moment when the Ottoman Empire crumbled, when enemies carved ambition into the land of Anatolia, when hope turned into dust. The world expected surrender. Generals surrendered. Politicians surrendered. Even the empire itself surrendered. But Mustafa Kemal did not. He rose as a man possessed by destiny. A destiny he did not inherit, but created. When he stepped onto the shores of Samsun on May 19, 1919, he carried no army, no weapons, no support, only a burning belief that a nation could be born again. That belief was stronger than any weapon, louder than any threat, sharper than any sword. It was on that day the Turkish struggle for independence truly began, not with a roar, but with a step. Atatürk traveled city to city, mountain to mountain, gathering not soldiers, but hearts. He spoke not to armies, but to spirits. And something miraculous happened. People who had lost everything began to believe again. Farmers, villagers, shepherds, teachers, ordinary people became extraordinary warriors because Atatürk reminded them of who they were. He told them, "You are not broken. You are not defeated. You are the children of a civilization that once lit the world." Leadership is not giving orders. Leadership is giving hope. And Atatürk gave an entire nation the courage to rise. Then came the War of Independence. A war fought not only on battlefields, but in the minds of millions. Every inch of land became a question. Will you fight for your future? And Atatürk's voice echoed, "Yes, we will." Sakarya Dumlupinor. These were not just battles. They were turning points written with sweat, sacrifice, and relentless will. At Sakarya, when ammunition was low, when exhaustion drained every soldier, Atatürk uttered a line that still shakes the world. There is no defense line. There is only a defense surface. That surface is the entire motherland. In that moment, men who could barely stand found the strength to fight again. Because Atatürk did not speak to their bodies, he spoke to their souls. Victory did not come easy. It came at the price of blood, pain, and unshakable belief. But Atatürk never wavered. He stood firm, calm, fearless. Because he knew a leader's courage becomes the courage of his people. And when the dust settled, when the impossible became reality, when the banners of independence flew over Anatolia, the world realized a truth they had ignored. A nation led by vision can never be conquered. But Atatürk's greatness did not end with victory. It began with it. Many leaders win wars. Very few win the peace that comes after. Atatürk did both. He entered Ankara, not as a conqueror, but as a builder. He did not seek power for himself. He sought a future for his people. The Republic of Turkey was born not as a continuation of the past, but as a declaration of a new beginning. He shattered the chains of ignorance and built schools. He replaced chaos with law and order. He gave women rights that many nations granted decades later. He modernized language, education, science, industry, and culture. He uplifted a society from the ruins and turned it into a rising star of the modern world. And he did all of this with one philosophy. The truest guide in life is science. Atatürk believed that progress is not a gift. It is earned through learning, thinking, questioning, and striving. He believed that a nation's strength comes not from its borders, but from the minds of its people. This is what made him extraordinary. He was a general in war and a teacher in peace. He stood for freedom, justice, equality, and dignity. He believed that every citizen mattered, not just the powerful, not just the wealthy, not just the elite. In his eyes, the farmer in the field and the student in the classroom were as valuable as any leader in a palace. Atatürk did not build monuments of stone. He built monuments in the hearts of millions. His reforms were not orders, they were invitations to rise above limitations. And the Turkish people accepted that invitation. He once said, "My greatest achievement is the Republic," because he knew that nations do not rise on the shoulders of one man. They rise when every person stands tall. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk spent his life giving more than he ever received. He worked day and night, often at the cost of his health, because he believed the future demanded urgency. Even when illness struck him, he did not slow down. He kept writing, planning, building, until his final breath. And when he left this world, something remarkable happened. Nations that had once opposed him lowered their flags in respect. Leaders who had underestimated him praised his vision. Millions mourned, not just in Turkey, but across the world, because the world understood a giant had walked among them. But the real power of Atatürk is not in the past. The real power is in what he teaches you today. He teaches you that no matter who you are or where you start, you can rise. He teaches you that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the determination to move forward despite fear. He teaches you that leadership is not about ruling others. It is about uplifting them. He teaches you that dreams are not fantasies. They are responsibilities. He teaches you that nations, like people, are reborn when they refuse to give up. Atatürk's journey is a message to every human being who feels trapped by circumstances, overwhelmed by challenges, or limited by the world around them. You are capable of changing everything. Your background does not define you. Your obstacles do not limit you. Your failures do not end you. Your fear does not control you. Your destiny begins the moment you believe you can rise. Atatürk rose when his world collapsed. You can rise too. Let his story light your path. Let his courage fuel your courage. Let his words guide you when you face doubt. And remember this truth: one determined person can rebuild the future. One brave voice can awaken millions. One unstoppable heart can change the world. Be that voice. Be that heart. Be that force, because somewhere inside you is the same spark. The spark that once ignited a revolution. The spark that built a nation. The spark that changed history. It lives in you, waiting to rise. This is your moment. Rise. Just like Mustafa Kemal.